America is building a diverse portfolio of companies involving hemp and wellness and all the things involved in that. With me is Jason Black, the CEO. So let's just talk a little bit about like the hemp market. So it was federally legalized, what was that, 2018 or something?
Yeah, and then we I believe we had the Farm Bill came in 2017.
In 2017,
right.
Okay. And that was really a game changer for companies like yours.
Right, because that allowed for, you could actually insure your crops and things like that.
Yes,
so.
Okay. So tell me about like what Cann America does. I know you're working with hemp, some with cannabis as well.
Right.
Give me kind of an overview.
Well, we're kind of like to be diversified. We even have some technology stuff. That's a delivery app we're about to launch. We're actually test marketing that in Sacramento. So we kind of like to limit our exposure to any one area. So we've started off in California, Northern California. Recently, we're very interested in the Oklahoma market. And
what is it about Oklahoma that's?
It's just one of the fastest growing markets. The land is cheap, very low regulations. The application process is 4-page application. Huh. It's only a $2,500,
they want the business
permit. They want the business there. So they're very friendly to the industry there, and that's where we actually decided to launch our hemp line out of. So we have some vape cartridges, tinctures, things of that nature. And we're in about 6 cities in Oklahoma right now, testing that out there.
So I was going to ask about your hemp product line. So you mentioned a few things. Tell me a little bit more. What's it called? What are all?
It's called C-Juice, which is kind of a play off, because they call vapes like E-Juice. So since we're Cann American, calling it C-Juice. Started off, they had we actually launched it at what's called the Cowboy Cup in Oklahoma, which is basically the biggest convention of the year in Oklahoma. And we actually took second place for a vape cartridge there. Okay. So that was a good place to test it out. And from there, we've been adding it to different retail markets,
So let's talk about the business side a little bit. You're looking at hiring an auditor or have hired an auditor?
Yeah, we've actually already engaged an auditor. Since we did our merger in 2019, we have enough couple years of filings on the books now, so we're ready to move up to another tier and take it to the next level. Okay,
will it be an OTC tier? Or?
We're looking at that. It might be maybe a QB or QX tier.
And then what about other companies in this sector? How are you different from them?
Well, I think as far as our capital structure, I mean, actually, we're very similar to a lot of companies like Aurora or Tilray or Canopy Growth. As far as we have very similar shares outstanding. Okay. Aurora has about 200 million. We're 265. But they're already really baked in. They're trading $5, $6, $7, $8. We're kind of the new kid on the block. So I mean, for the smart investor, we represent much more upside potential still that hasn't been realized yet.
Interesting.
Right.
Well, and of course, cannabis is not federally legal.
Right. Correct.
So, but some people think that's just kind of inevitable. Maybe we would have gotten closer if we hadn't lived through a pandemic. There were other focuses. What's your opinion about that?
I have a lot of opinions on that, actually. There would be a lot to unpack there, but it's kind of ironic because for large operators, large grow operators, large dispensary chains, they actually already have a federal program because most of them have become subsidiaries of Canadian holding companies. So you're seeing all that revenue being siphoned into the coffers of Canadian companies and the Canadian banking system, which is, kind of a disservice at this point for, the U.S. industry.
What do you think the holdup is?
Gridlock,
Just Washington.
Bureaucracy, just Washington. Yeah. That's all.
Because we're seeing a patchwork. Right. States are doing it. But, but there's a lot of limits, like the banking system, as you mentioned.
Right. And it's a shame because we have such great companies here that don't want to touch it. Our pharmaceutical companies, biopharma companies that could be doing really good research, but they don't want to put their grants at risk or their access to banking. Yeah. So.
But until then, you've got the hemp line.
Correct.
That is federally legal. So.
And we'll be rolling that out. We'll be looking to expand it in some other states after Oklahoma, and then just roll it out nationally from there.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Great. Thank you.